What's going on, guys? I'm Entity Maze, here with my review on the latest Pokemon Sun and Moon anime episode, episode 55, Thank you Solgaleo, our Nebi. Now, before I jump right into this review, this is pretty much my last upload before Christmas, so I just wanted to say as well, I wish you all happy holidays. I hope you get the gifts you want and spend a nice time with your family. Me personally, I know I'm gonna have a nice time, and I've already gotten a gift recently which is far more better than any other. Hi Sylvie. Regardless, with that said now, let's keep this love theme and jump right into this episode review. So the episode begins off with one last Lily narration scene which is actually adorable because of this shot here. You know, I'm starting to think I need to add a cute Lily counter. Let me know in the comments down below. Regardless, the actual episode begins off with Ash looking in the distance sad that he could not get a chance to say goodbye to Solgaleo as it just randomly left after the events of the previous episode. It doesn't really get explained why it left, but we can only assume it's to live in another world or just go around Alola protecting others. Who knows? Anyway, Lily then arrives at the Pokemon school for the first time in a while and says thank you to everybody for helping rescue her mother. Insert the classmates did nothing joke here. Later into the day though, Professor Kukui and Burnet are walking on the beach, and well basically, they are flirting with each other, and Kukui then pops the question, yo, having a ring inside a Pokeball? That's really nice. Just overall in fact, the whole scene was cute, even if some of the things they said were Pokemon kind of cheesy like, oh my god. Oh yeah, the kiss kinda got censored too. It moved to love discs at Kukui's house, and even Rowlet interrupted them. Anyway, Kukui then comes up with Burnet and tells Ash and his Pokemon first that they will be getting married, and Ash is really happy about this, which I don't blame him. I'm sure all of us watching wanted them to get together too. And yo, this screenshot overall, what a nice somewhat family. The next day at the Pokemon school though, the word spreads around that the two will be getting married, and the girls are dreaming about how the wedding would go. I love how cute they were about this too. But Ash then had to shatter their dreams, stating that they are not having a wedding ceremony. But the girls then decide that everybody should help make one for them, which they actually do. They invite old characters we've seen, ask Samsung Go to be the priest, and by the way I did not like this comedy whatsoever, nor am I excited for the next episode. And finally, Mallow and the girl from the Pancake Race episode decide on the food. At night though, Ash is walking on the beach excited for the wedding surprise tomorrow now that it had been set up. However, he encounters Gladion, who says that he will be going on his own journey to do the island trials. If only that was Ash too. But the reason why Gladion wants to do this though is because he got inspired by the sea move we saw from the previous episode. And yo, because of this reason, I sense that this rivalry is gonna be great. He even did that hand thing Paul did to Ash, promising that they would battle again. That's just like, awesome. In the next shot though, the big day had finally arrived. Kukui and Brunette's surprise wedding, which Ash had to wake Kukui up using Rowlet as he just wanted to lie in, and he was even surprised that Rowlet was up this early, which Rowlet responds with this pose. That's so me when somebody thinks the same thing about me. Regardless, Kukui then walks upstairs with Ash to see why he wants them to be awoken early and finds Brunette in her wedding dress, looking beautiful. He just couldn't get a chance to see it, so I've said it for you Kukui my dude. Regardless, Kukui then looks outside as a request from Brunette and sees all his friends waiting outside for the wedding ceremony, which he is so happy about, and then gets changed into his outfit and officially gets married to Brunette, then having a celebration party afterwards. Which overall, these were adorable scenes. The kiss got censored again though. I don't get it, they're both adults. I understand why they did this for Ash and Serena, but like Professor Burnet and Kukui are adults. Regardless, we did get a somewhat kiss though. Yeah. After this though, this mean with Faber, who did not get fired by the way, although he deserves it, asks Ash and his friends to join a group called Ultra Guardians, who protect Alola from Ultra Beasts by sending them back to their world if they come out a wormhole, as more wormholes are speculated to open up in Alola after the recent episode events. Which I gotta say, this Ultra Guardian idea is so unique. I like it a lot. I cannot wait to see what happens in the future with it, as of course Ash and his friends accepted. After this though, we then see Solgaleo in the sky passing by the wedding to say goodbye, which Ash finally got his chance to say thank you and respects it leaving. The episode then actually ends off with Poipole in an ultra wormhole, which was such a cool surprise. But I'll discuss more about that later, as now ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to my overall thoughts of this episode. Firstly, for the story, it was really nice. Of course, the main focus being the wedding, which I had a smile throughout every scene of that. It was so beautiful to see the shipping become canon in the anime, and just how nicely done it was. Which I believe most of that was nice because Sun and Moon is a slice of life anime, which makes it easier for these types of stories. We even had returning characters, which was really nice. In fact, just overall, this story was actually a first for the anime too. A wedding. Yet with those factors I just explained, it was executed so well and was so unique. I loved it so much. I can't express it enough. As for the actual shipping though, as I've never gotten a chance to talk about it in the previous reviews, I do like the shipping a lot. They were so cool in the games, and in the anime to see it build up was quite nice. Although I do wish we saw more hints before this. It was only really episode 48, 52 and the first half of this episode that showed us hints between the two loving each other, but I'm willing to let that slide as at least we are together now, and the moments we saw beforehand too was so adorable regardless. Especially in this episode of course, so wonderful. Moving on to the Solgaleo plot in this episode though, the title suggested the main focus would be Solgaleo, yet we only got a very little scene at the start and end of this episode, which makes me question why they titled the episode that. It's kinda misleading. But regardless of that, I was still hoping for more of a send-off for Solgaleo. I wanted to see emotion between it and Ash. Yes, we did get nice emotion in episode 52, but I felt like that would have been better in this episode in fact. Just Solgaleo running in the sky and Ash shouting thank you isn't that great of a send-off for me. Could have been way better. But regardless of that, I will actually miss Solgaleo. It was nice seeing Ash raise it, and it was just overall a fun little Pokemon. I'm sure we'll see it return in what everybody pretty much speculates to be a Necrozma arc in this anime though. Talking about legendary Pokemon though, we did also see Poipole towards the end of this episode, and I really like this little teaser. And why I'm saying teaser is because we will for sure see it again, and we actually got an image showing merchandise of Ash's and his friends' Pokemon, but Poipole was on Ash's team. This suggesting that he would be a member of Ash's team, which would be so awesome. Just imagine it, like, oh my god, an Ultra Beast on his team. I was gonna make a discussion video about this, but there's no need now that it's basically confirmed. Just by thinking about it too, maybe Ash finds Poipole while on an Ultra Guardian mission, but Ash and it decide that they want to stay together. That'd be cool. But enough about that, I've given my thoughts on Ultra Guardians earlier, and there's nothing else to say for Poipole. So, let's talk about the comedy in this episode. There were actually a few sections I laughed at, such as the girls being obsessed with this wedding idea, while also being cute, Marini thinking about marrying James, which I forgot to mention earlier on for Team Rocket solo wedding, but yeah, that was great seeing Marini think that, and just Ash being worried about this whole event, given this look. So, as you can see, the comedy finally had an effect on me once again. As for everything else we see though, like Samsung Goku, no. Finally, for this story section though, this bothered me too. Lily is back in her normal design. That kinda defeats the purpose of her outfit. I mean, she pretty much only wore it in the anime to go on a journey to save her mother, but still, it was a new development in her life which signified her growing up a bit. But nope, she's back in this outfit. Not to forget that the other outfit is way better too. But hey, I guess I can't complain that much, but surely I ain't the only one who's this disappointed. Like, it just feels like she's gone from development to down a bit now that she's back in her original outfit. It really showed that she grew up a bit, but we'll just leave that bit there. Instead, let's now move on to the animation and music aspects of this episode. Firstly, for the animation, to be honest, I didn't see any highlights apart from just nice lighting and the beach setting, but that doesn't really count. However, the animation was fluid throughout the whole thing, so that's a good factor at least. As for the music aspects though, the wedding theme was the best highlight. It was really beautiful. And well, that's pretty much it for the highlights of the music. But the music in the rest of the episode fit very nicely in every other section. With everything I've said in this video though, I've decided to give this episode a rating of 9 out of 10. Nearly a perfect 10, but Solgaleo's leaving just puts me off a bit, along with Lily being back in her normal outfit. That's just my opinion though. You can respect mine, and I'll respect yours in the comments below. But apart from those nitpicks, I loved everything else about this episode. Definitely in the top 5, making it one of the best in the series regardless. Good job, anime creators. Anyway, that doesn't conclude it for this video yet. It's time for me to give an overall rating for this Aether Foundation arc, going from episode 44 to this one, this episode being the finale. How I'm gonna rate this arc though is by finding the average of all my ratings for those episodes to see the big final rating and then give a little summary afterwards. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, the overall Aether arc scores 7.6 out of 10. For sure, this was the best part of the Sun and Moon anime, but also my favourite episodes coming from this arc. Not only that, but the arc gave Lily nice progression, which ends off her character for now. Lusumine's introduced character was great. This arc built up alright for the Professor's marriage. The Ultra Space episodes were a decent plot, but I prefer Lily and Gladion's backstory, which were very exciting. The action in episode 47, 49 and 50 was so cool. Faber was a great character too. Solgaleo was nicely done apart from the goodbye, and the emotion throughout this whole arc is some of the best I've seen in the anime overall. Not as good as XYZ emotion, but I still loved it so much, mostly for family moments. And finally, to conclude this, my favourite episode from this arc is episode 49, while my least favourite one is episode 52. Episode 49 is my favourite because it had all the elements I just explained, and episode 52 is my least favourite because it was just, well, boring. But there you have it guys, that's what I think of this Aether Foundation arc. Too bad the anime can't always be like this due to the direction they took with it, aka the Pokemon School, but I look forward to more awesome moments like this arc had. What a journey it has been, made me like the anime more in fact. But regardless, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this arc, and of course episode 55. I'll love to hear, but that finally concludes it for this video now. I'm so sorry that it was long. But if you did enjoy, then be sure to leave a like and a subscribe for future Pokemon content. It helps out a ton. For now though, this is Entity Maze, signing out.